Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today, I'll be reviewing a very special beer. This is Fathead's Four Roses Bourbon Barrel Aged Hippy Sippy. That's right, and it gets even better. This, at time of recording, is only an hour old, so I've got a huge growler of a freshly done Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. So they take their classic Hippy Sippy Imperial Stout, they throw it into Four Roses barrels for 8 months, and this is what emerges. So awesome stuff. Really looking forward to checking this one out. I've had a couple of other barrel aged beers from them, and they're just always really good, despite no one ever talking about their barrel program. I think it's because it's tap only releases, but they've been awesome so far. Let's go ahead and take our first sniff. Oh my god, that smells so good. There is a huge amount of bourbon up front. Oh wow, sweet vanilla, coconut, a really nice oak presence in there too. Some nice roasted malt notes. I'm getting a touch of dark chocolate. There's definitely some roastiness in there. A little bit of like a toffee element too. Oh, that smells phenomenal though. It doesn't smell boozy. It doesn't smell, like there's a lot of alcohol heat to it, even though there is a ton of bourbon. I mean, it is bourbon, vanilla, coconut, definitely dark chocolate, maybe even a little bit of like a sweeter milk chocolate in there too. Bit of coffee to go along with that roastiness, maybe a touch of dark fruits, but this smells fantastic. Let's go ahead and take our first sip. Oh, oh my god. That is so good. Just like in the aroma, it starts off with this big blast of bourbon, but again, it's not boozy. There's not this big kind of alcohol warmth to it, which is crazy for how much bourbon I'm getting. That follows this really nice rounded vanilla sweetness. I'm definitely getting a lot of oak up front too. And a little bit less of the coconut than I was getting in the aroma, but I'm definitely getting it. And then it just goes into this really dark, rich, roasted malt notes, some dark chocolate, coffee bitterness in there too. And then as it sits on my palate, it is just like a chocolate bomb on the back end. It's like pure cocoa powder. This is damn good. Oh my god. Wow. Oh man. Wow, that is good. Oh my god. It's definitely on the sweeter side, but there's enough bitterness and there's enough kind of bitter notes to round everything out too. And on the second sip, I get a little bit more milk chocolate because I definitely get a lot of dark chocolate, that bittersweet note, but then there's a lot of that kind of creamy milk chocolate in there too. That is damn good. Some nice coffee notes, almost like a roasted coffee being kind of tasted in there too. And they don't add coffee to this beer at all, but that's just strictly coming from the roasted malt notes. This is damn good. I mean, the base beer is really good. Their version, tweaked out Hippy Sippy, is really good. But this takes the cake. This is so good. Oh my god. It's got a nice full body. The barrel aging has not thinned this out at all, which sometimes does happen, even with big, massive Imperial Stouts. But it's still thick, it's chewy, it's got a really nice creamy coating mouthfeel. Oh, and then the last notes, again, it's like chocolate and cocoa powder and vanilla beans on the back end. It is just so strong on the vanilla front and the back end. It is really good. This is an awesome beer. It's not boozy, and I'm not quite sure how they did it because it's almost 11%. I get a little bit of warmth as it goes down, but in terms of big bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts, this has got to be one of the smoothest I've ever had. Fatheads, don't know what you were doing, but awesome stuff. If this was to ever be put into a bottle, it would just blow people away. This is really awesome. In terms of rating, guys, I'm going with a 9.8 out of 10. This is hands down one of the best barrel-aged beers I've had from Fatheads, and one of the best beers I've had all year. Massive bourbon, coconut, vanilla, really nice oak presence. I mean, this just got barrel all over it, front and bottom. A lot of chocolate, darkened milk chocolate, subtle dark fruit notes that are really not too prominent, but I do get like a touch of it in the background, and then nice, like I said, a nice finish between the coffee, chocolate, and then these really nice roasted notes. It's just a massive stout. It is awesome. Awesome stuff. I can't stress that enough. You guys can see I'm enjoying this one, and I've still got a whole growler. I am trying to get some friends over here to share this with because it's delicious, but that's a lot to go through. So we'll see how the night goes, but really, really great stuff. If you guys can try this, if you're in the Ohio area, please, please go check it out what's on tap. This is great. Alright, guys, that does for this beer review. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. See ya.